Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, January the 12th, 2018. Welcome to another eBay video. As you can tell, I'm out here under the enclosure to protect myself from the elements. It is cloudy and nasty, and it's going to rain on and off until Sunday. Terrible northeast weather we have. But at least it's above freezing right now. It's 38 degrees. So that's something that's good. I don't have my sign out here because there's still too much snow for me to maneuver around, so I'll have to work without the sign. So let's get started, and I'll tell you what today's topics are going to be. We're going to talk about the USPS raising rates significantly. We're going to talk just a little bit about Amazon. I got to tell you something about them. We're going to talk about a concierge cutoff and some other eBay news. A lot of this news, guys, like for instance the UPS rate thing, is not exactly good news. But I have to report this news to you to keep this newscast balanced. This is what I do. I report things as they are. For those of you guys who are new and have never seen any of my videos before, my name is Joe DeMarco. I've been selling on eBay since 1999. I'm a top-rated seller with 100% feedback. And every Friday I come out here and I tell you guys some tips and tricks, and we share our thoughts and we commiserate and we try and help each other make more money on eBay. So, as I always do, we're going to get started by reading your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. On returns, Joseph Wohler wrote, refund the late return or face the negative feedback or the PayPal scenario. Anyway, but make them return it first, postage paid. Thanks for another top video, Joe. He was referring to the case I discussed with you guys about a person who initiated a return that I accepted. And the person never sent the item back within the allotted time frame. So I called eBay. The case was closed in my favor. And I put out the question to you guys, if the item returns 2 or 3 weeks down the road, what would you do? Now, he mentioned about possibly getting negative feedback, and in this case that cannot happen, because when eBay closes out a return in your favor because the person does not send the item back in a timely manner, you're protected from negative feedback. Let me read a couple of more comments about returns, if I may. Tabitha Ackers wrote, we once had a customer open a return with the 7-day window, as you mentioned. They never returned the item on time. We let it go for another week and still no return, so we called eBay and had the case closed in our favor. Well, about a month later, out of the blue, the item gets returned to us. The customer didn't follow the rules, is how I see it. I can't have my money tied up all the time in returns because of people not following the rules or reading how to ship a return properly. They wanted their $6.30 priority shipping returned as well. I kept the item and resold it after they didn't want to pay return shipping for the item. Another comment on returns. D. Javu wrote, got a buyer open a return, claimed I sent out a different item. I request photos and buyer claims it has provided photo, but I didn't see anything. The buyer then mentioned escalating to customer service. Then I just provided a return shipping label. Received the item back, and it was in fact the correct item. I don't bother to argue anymore. I just issue full refunds via the return dispute. On late shipments, ZXC205 wrote, I had an eBay CS rep agree with me that 3 days to receive 2 items purchased from 2 different buyers on Saturday, December 16th was too short the week before December 25th. The items arrived on December 22nd, 1 day late. The CS rep removed the 2 late deliveries, saying that eBay's estimated delivery times are overly optimistic. And I agree that in some cases they are, but I don't really blame eBay per se. I think the post office has been moving a lot slower than usual, because I myself have gotten some of these. At this time, I have no late shipping defects, but I do expect that to change very shortly, because last week we had that blizzard. and I was unable to leave the house all of Thursday. So all my items that were supposed to go out Thursday didn't go out till Friday. So if I see even one single defect, I will be calling eBay customer service, aka eBay concierge, and I'll get that rectified. Before we go on with any new comments, as far as the returns I talked about last week, I had to call concierge twice this week because two different people did not send their returns back within the appropriate time frame. Both cases were closed out in my favor. So we'll see how it goes somewhere down the road if these items come really late. And if they do, I'll let you know about that. On holiday sales, or lack thereof, Stephen Bond wrote, "Happy New Year, Joe. From December 23rd to January 1st, my daily average dropped 80%. 2016 was similar. Grocery receipts on eBay for December were up about 7% overall, so I guess I can't really complain. But it does really screw up the cash flow. I'm telling you, there is nothing like a holiday to kill my sales. And this year was the most pronounced sales killer I have ever encountered in my years on eBay. Like he said, I was out from December 23rd to January 2nd, and I came roaring back. Unbelievable. This week was excellent. Excellent week of sales. Non-stop, no complaints. I attribute the problem only to the holiday. I dread the holidays. Now, Clyde Crash Cup, aka Tim, wrote in with a possible case of fraud I'd like to discuss. Joe, how do you get eBay to fix a problem? No one in India cares. My posting for my truck was hijacked from eBay, along with all my information. They now have told us they have sold it and want me to sign an agreement to pay them a commission. eBay won't be around if they don't care about this. There is no firewall to stop this scam. Oh, and this company is based in Russia, through a host server in Chicago. TopClassicSale.com. Thanks, Tim. Tim, that is a possible case of fraud. It could be, I don't know if it's cross-site scripting or what it is, but nobody has the right to demand you pay them any money. You definitely need to call eBay and try and get a representative in the United States. Now, I know that's hard to do at times, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when we get to eBay concierge discussion as we go on. But just hang on there for a second, and I'll be right back with more of that. As far as blocking a member, I had put out a question last week to St. Paul MN seller because he was experiencing a problem with a person who he had blocked who was circumventing the block. And he wrote in and said this: regarding the block bidder circumvention, I blocked his main ID, I believe, in January 2016 after sending his 6 items to him the day after he finally paid after getting the non-paying bidder alert from eBay. He got them in 2 days. He retaliated because of the non-paying bidder and left 24 1 DSRs, so I blocked him. Found out from my buddy he had 4 transactions with him and got all 1 DSRs. We got his main ID bounced for doing this to multiple sellers. In April, he bought an item using his second ID, and I blocked it. He again bought the item in June with a third ID, which was his 65-year-old mother's ID, and I blocked it. Each time I canceled and refunded him and contacted eBay each time by phone. Then on Friday, December 15th, right before Christmas 2017, he used his wife's ID, which I did not know about, to buy again. I decided I was browbeat enough. I phoned eBay and they told me to ship, and they were not going to back me if I canceled the transaction. But before I could ship Monday, I got the eBay return request, message from buyer wanting to cancel, and the PayPal return case. Happy he didn't get my item and hope he's since got an item from another seller. I am permanently done with this fitchy buyer. Listen, St. Paul MN seller, what are you selling that this guy is so desperate to buy? And in quantities too. That's what really mystifies me, man. 2 more comments, and then we'll get into today's main topics. The next 2 comments are interesting because they have to do with things that I didn't even know about. And that is what I love, I swear I love about you guys, is when you tell me some stuff that I don't even know about. The first person is Get a Job. He said, congratulations on the 12,000 subscribers. I did not even know that I had hit 12,000 subscribers. I don't follow that kind of thing, but thank you, sir, for bringing that up and recognizing that. And the next informative comment like that was from Skinny Cow. I like how Detroit Thermal Systems is getting some negative Google reviews because of your stalker. That's the sort of thing corporations hate. Now, Skinny Cow, I gotta thank you for waking me up to that, because I didn't even know about that either. I checked, and Skinny Cow is correct. They did receive quite a few negative reviews on Google because of this nut job. And I recognize some of the names. I saw a few of you guys, and I also spotted some people from the arcade community on there. So apparently, this guy is a widespread menace. While I'm on the subject of that, before we start with the new material, in some of my recent videos, I told you about the Stalker channel that I have up, which has all the videos, not all of them, but a lot of the videos about things he's done to many people. The good news is that channel is getting a lot of hits. The bad news is that my stalker is mass flagging those videos with false complaints. In fact, I swear to God as my witness, last week he flagged my eBay video and claimed a fake privacy complaint because I showed his GoFundMe page where he's trying to solicit money to get me kicked off eBay. That is the extent that this scoundrel will go to. So my point is, on that other channel, the Stalker channel, he's mass flagged it so many times and gotten a bunch of videos removed that just to be safe, I've had to start a new channel in case that other channel goes down. And that new channel, which is going to house all the same videos, will be right in the description box. If you would be so kind as to subscribe to that channel and like the videos, it would be helpful. That being said, let us now talk about the news of the week. And I'm afraid some of it's grim. The first thing I want to talk about is the USPS raising its rates. Yes, you heard right. On January 21st, their rates go up yet again, and it's a very significant rate. I think the best way for me to impart this news to you would be to do a cutaway. So let's do that right now, if you don't mind. The USPS rate change goes into effect January 21st. And here's how it will affect us. For those of us who are selling small packages first class, which is under £1, the average increase will be 3.9% over what it is now. However, eBay top-rated sellers, along with eBay volume sellers who sell over 300 items or more per month, will get up to a 25% savings on that. For priority mail, which is probably what most of us are using, I know it's what I'm using, the average increase will be a whopping 6.1%. And of course, eBay top-rated sellers and volume sellers will be able to save up to 24%. And lastly, all other USPS services will range anywhere from 3.7% to 4.9%. And eBay sellers, as I described earlier, will get up to a 24% break on that. Let's get back to the video. Okay, before we go any further, let me have a drink out of the Fox News Cup of Life. By the way, several people wrote in last week and said that I did not take a drink out of the Fox News Cup of Life. Well, you're right and you're wrong. The week before, I filmed my video at work, and I brought the cup to work, and I forgot to bring it back home. Then we had the blizzard, and I couldn't get to work, so what I did was I edited in a short clip of me drinking from the cup from a previous video. But somehow, I guess a lot of you guys missed that. As far as the USPS rates go, you saw the little chart there, and that was basically self-explanatory. This is definitely not good news. What I think everybody should do, if you haven't already, is when you're doing your listings always, always, always charge for shipping. Years ago, I was big into free shipping. I have done a 360, okay? No, those days are over. I charge for shipping to offset the cost of it, number one. And number two is to actually have some insurance in case somebody has a buyer remorse case and wants to send the item back. I don't lose the original shipping. And shipping is getting to be freaking expensive. Let me tell you something, especially to California, which is my number one state to ship to. So I am going to start increasing my shipping rates. I still have some old items on eBay that have free shipping, believe it or not. Those are my dog items that nobody buys. So if one of those does happen to sell with free shipping, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. As long as it doesn't come back to me, it won't matter. Next item, concierge cutoff. Somebody wrote to me, not in the comment section, but through my email, and told me they had called eBay and they were told that no more people are being inducted into eBay concierge, even if they have filed and applied for it. So it so happens I had to call eBay concierge yesterday to get one of those cases closed in my favor where the buyer did not send the item in a timely manner. And after we took care of business, he said, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" I said, "Yes, there is. I've heard a rumor that no more new sellers are going to be inducted into eBay concierge at this time. Is there any truth to that?" And he said, "Yes. That is the case right now. At some point in the future, they will induct more sellers in. But at this point, it's January 2018. Nobody else is getting in. I don't know why." He said it's something they're going to roll out slowly in increments. But I'm thinking that there are so many sellers and so few, or a limited number, of really well-schooled customer service agents that they have to do it this way. So I am really glad that I went to eBay Live back in July, because I am locked into the eBay concierge program. And let me tell you something, guys, it is great. For those of you who don't know, you dial the help number, that gets picked up right away by someone here in the United States of America who has the juice, and they understand your problem. Last week, believe it or not, when I called up eBay concierge, the guy understood my problem, but apparently he might not have had the juice to close the case in my favor, because he then had to get a third person on the phone. We actually had a three-way call, and that third person was the one that actually closed the case in my favor. So I'm not sure if every single eBay concierge rep has the juice. Maybe I got someone who was new, but he did understand exactly what the problem was, and everything worked out in the end. Okay? Next up is a little bit about Amazon, which I very rarely talk about because I'm not an Amazon seller. But somebody sent me a link, and I'm sorry for not calling out your name because I forgot who it was, about an article about Amazon. Somebody on YouTube, oh my God, he's a real popular guy too. I think it's the Alex Jones channel. If I get a chance, you know what I'll do? I'm going to find that link, and I'll put that link underneath the Stalker channel link. And you can check out this video if you want, where a whistleblower from Amazon has come clean about the horrible and oppressive working conditions that Amazon makes its workers endure. It's absolutely horrible, all right? I think all of you guys should watch that video, even if you don't sell on Amazon. I know a lot of you buy on Amazon, and I want you to see what Amazon is doing to its employees. As I said earlier in the video, my sales were very good this week. I haven't had any returns yet, but again, that means nothing. I might go 2 or 3 weeks without getting a return, then the cork comes out of the bottle and they all come in. Several people did not return the items that claimed they would, so as you know, those cases were closed out in my favor. I had 3 people contact me through eBay, and these 3 people just made me shake my head in disbelief. As I've said in the past, guys, I have no problem with people asking for a lower price. None whatsoever. I've never done it on eBay, but I have no problem with people doing it. It's something I do in real life. But what I don't like is when people say to me, what is your best price on this item? I absolutely despise that. That's saying to me, stop, we're done. We're done. What is the lowest you will go? We're done. I ain't talking. No negotiations can be made there. But if somebody says, I will offer you $1.75 on an item that's $100, at least I know where the man stands. He's offering me $1.75. He's being honest. All right? I know if there's any room where I can work with the guy. As I said, I had 2 people this week contact me and say, what is your best price for this item? And both of them I just said, try and get it locally and you'll save on shipping. Then I had somebody else who wanted to trade, another one of those guys. He said, I see you're selling 4 hubs for $60. I have 4 similar hubs. I want to trade them to you for your hubs. Then you can sell mine on eBay and make a lot of money. I said, well, why don't you list them yourself on eBay and make a lot of money? Crazy times, man. So basically, that's all I'm going to discuss this week. Let's do a quick rehash of everything I discussed, and that'll be it. Number 1, the USPS rates are going up starting January 21st. Please make any necessary changes to your listings. As I said, I really don't plan to change much, except for the fact, as I said, I am going to charge for every single item I sell. I'm charging shipping. In some cases, I'm even going to have to up the price a little, because going to California, it's just crazy. If you're not an eBay concierge, it might take a little longer than we thought, because they have a temporary hold on accepting new members. That was what I was told the other day. If you have a chance, watch the Amazon video, which I'm going to drop a link to, and also subscribe to the new channel about the stalker videos, because we have to keep that in the limelight to try and get the authorities to move on this guy. That's what I've been trying to do for 5 years, and I'm not going to stop. No matter how long it takes. That person bought my eBay items with no intention to pay, just to hurt my eBay record and to leave me negative feedback. That is a federal crime. It's disruption of a business, and I will not stop until the authorities finally act. I got the time. Thanks for watching, guys. Couple of points before I go. Number 1, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, because it tells me I'm doing a good job in getting all the eBay news out to you each week. If not, in the comment section below, please tell me what you want me to address next week, and I'll get to it, because I read the comments. All right? And for those of you guys who comment right away, like on Friday after 7 o'clock Eastern Time, you guys have the best chance of me responding to your comment, because that's when I actually monitor the comments to get the tempo of how you guys feel on topics and to respond, hopefully, accordingly. And that's it. I hope all you guys have a killer eBay sales week. Make a lot of money, guys. I hope you do. Go out there, rock on, and peace! Yeah! I love it! Oh, I love it, I love it!